Moshe Rabbeinu was unquestionably the greatest leader in the history of the Jewish people. What was so great about him? He never gave up on his people. To Hashem, he was an Eved Ne'eman. He was a sincere, honest, incredible Eved servant. But for the Jewish people, he fought for them, even when they didn't deserve it. So in Parshas Ki Sissa, when the Torah tells a story of what happened with the Chet HaEgel, the sin of the golden calf, Moshe is sitting on Har Sinai. He's being given all the Torah, taught the Torah by Hashem. He's about to come down holding the Luchos, and Hashem says to him, stop the learning, Moshe. Go down, Lech Red Ki Shiches Amcha, because your people have destroyed everything that I've tried to instill in them. Moshe is shocked. He goes down a little bit. Yeshua tells him that there's all kinds of levity taking place down in the camp. He goes down and he sees this egel, he sees this idol, this golden calf the Jewish people have made. He's brokenhearted. He's shocked. He takes the idol, he destroys it. He gathers all the people together. He says, Mila Hashem Elai, who is to Hashem, come to me. All of the children of Levi, the tribe of Levi, come to him. They destroy the remnant of those who attempted to bring the Jewish people to the point of worshipping the golden calf. And then Moshe goes back up to Har Sinai. Back up to the mountain where he originally was in the sense of purity, the mountain where Hashem came down to the Jewish people. And Moshe goes up there and he knows that he has his work cut out for him. And he says to God, please forgive the people. And God says no. He says, but you should, you will. Absolutely not. Moshe pushes and pushes and pushes. And finally, after Moshe's pushing over and over, Hashem says to Moshe, you know what? Vayomer Hashem salachti kidvarecha. I have forgiven them kidvarecha, as you have asked me. In other words, Hashem says to Moshe, I've forgiven them because of you. Because of you, Moshe. Because of the connection that I have to you. Because of the loyalty that you show. I'm going to forgive them. Albeit they'll have a punishment. Their punishment was that Hashem would not continue personally with them on their journey. He would send a malach, an angel, instead. But nevertheless, Moshe got the Jewish people a second chance. Now, at that moment when Moshe sees that he's successful in getting the Jewish people forgiveness and attaining forgiveness, Moshe takes it one step further and he says to Hashem, Hashem, you know, while we're having this very, very close exchange, while we're having this intimate moment, he requests from Hashem that he see him. He says, Hareini na es kvodecha, Hashem, show me your glory, show me your honor. God responds and says to Moshe, Moshe, sorry, ki lo yirani ha'adam v'chai, man cannot see me and live. So Moshe is still asking Hashem for something. Hashem says, I'll tell you what, Moshe. This is what we'll do. Hinei makom iti v'nitzav talatzur. You stay by the rock, and I will pass by the rock, and you will see my back, and you won't see my front. V'ra'isa sachorai ufanai lo yera'u, the pasuk says. And the Gemara explains to us that Moshe saw the back of Hashem's tefillin, his kesher shel tefillin. Coincidentally, what is written inside Hashem's tefillin, Mika Amcha Yisrael, who is like your nation Israel. Moshe sees the back of Hashem's tefillin, and Chazal explained to us that what Moshe really requested at that moment from Hashem was not to see physically per se, but was really to see on a spiritual level and understand Hashem's ways. Moshe wanted to understand why the world has Rishaim, has evil people, and life is good for them. Moshe wanted to understand why there are tzaddikim, where the righteous suffer in this world. And Hashem responded to him and said, Moshe, you can't understand that. You can't understand my ways. But you can see esachorai. You can see my back. And the Chassam Sofer explains that what Hashem was saying to Moshe is that when we look at Hashem's interaction in this world, we may not always see and understand His plan for us. We may not understand it when it happens. We may not understand something face to face, as it's facing us, as it's in front of us. We might not understand the reason why something has happened to us. But achorai, after the fact, many of times, it may take weeks, it may take months, it may take years. Many of times we understand why something happened to us as an experience of growth in life, whether it was good or whether it was not so good. That was the message Hashem was sending to Moshe. Man can never understand Hashem's ways. But sometimes man can end up seeing after the fact why certain things happen. We should all be zocha, we should all merit that when it comes to our emunah, our faith in Hashem, we should understand that we don't have the answers. We don't understand why or how Hashem runs the world. All we do know is that ultimately He does run the world. And although at some moments in life we're able to see His hand, and it's an extremely warm feeling to know that Hashem is running our lives and doing things for us and helping us succeed. Sometimes when we have moments of pressure where we don't see Hashem's hand, He's still with us, He's still carrying us, and perhaps at a moment in the future we'll be able to see His front, but right now we only see the back. May that serve as chizuk, as strength for us during those tenuous moments, and allow us to have chizuk, have strength in our emunah, in our faith, in our Creator. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.